Hey kids, welcome. It's Mark Miller here, your good buddy, intergalactic traveling partner. We're traveling through space today. With me is my good buddy Fred, right down over there. And on the phone with me is my good buddy Rory, who we haven't seen in a while. There he is. Rory, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Life is full of things to do and occupy me, and you've been on a bit of an audio journey yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, well, more than that, like Windows 11. Data Dev's out there says, "Cat jam, cat jam." How you doing, Data Dev? Data Dev. We are, yeah, I've installed Windows 11, rolled back to Windows 10, then went back to Windows 11. There's like one kind of showstopper for me in Windows 11, and I cannot drag. I got to find a workaround for it. I cannot drag or Visual Studio Solutions into the taskbar to pin them to the Visual Studio icon on the taskbar, which is pinned. I can do it in Windows 10, but I cannot do it in Windows 11. I've gone forward, back, tried to figure the whole thing out, and that's about as far as I get. Is that I know that I can't do it in Windows 11. I'm in Windows 11 right now. What I thought I'd do today, Rory, by the way, is I intuitively, sometimes I just intuitively say, here's what I want to work on. And I'm like, we've been thinking about this interactive training thing, and that's where I want to go. I want to kind of go in that space right there. That's what I want to do. So,
That's cool.
so let's do that. I'm going to start a new WPF, a new project. And let's grab a WPF thing. And what I want to do is we'll start over here. Wait, that's just Visual Basic, class library. I just want to play in the WPF space for a little bit. And I'm going to call this my document editor sandbox. What I'm going to call this. And what I want to do here is I want to basically create something I can edit in that's got text that allows me to select text and essentially do two things. One is I want to visually highlight that text, and number two is I want to store additional information inside the highlighted area. That's what I want to do.
Right. So are you augmenting an existing WPF text editor, or are we building one? I mean,
I'm going to augment it. I'm going to try and get an existing one to work is what I'm going to try to do.
okay.
Yeah. I want to.
Now, is this a thing that you're hoping to translate into Studio later on? So do we need to find a base class that is likely similar to the Studio editor? Or are
No,
you thinking for inside of a separate piece of UI?
I don't care about it. I just want to put text in it. It doesn't have to have anything else in it.
Okay.
I just noticed I got this invalid operation. The current state of the connection is not open. Trying to do a fanfare. Who's coming in here? Is that Coding Gorilla? Are we on the new beast?
Yeah.
So why can't we do that? Current state of the connection is not open. Huh. So does that mean we're dead in the water? No fanfare for Coding Gorilla? Are all fanfares broken? Let's see what's going on. I'm not quite sure what's going on yet. I'm going to manually trigger Coding Gorillas. I'm not moving. I'm right here. And the lights aren't on either. Well, I'm not moving because is it because we manually triggered it? That doesn't feel good at all to me. How bad is the situation? We got in here.
So I just attempted to launch your spaceship, and although there was recognition from the chat room, nothing appears to have happened. So similar kind of issue, maybe?
Well, we're not on the player's scene. Now try it, Rory, and see what happens. There.
Okay, that's working.
But am I moving? I don't know. Let's see if we apply some thrust. Yeah, I'm not moving.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
well, maybe, I don't know. We can debug it, is what we can do. Um, let me try restarting those pieces because we actually shut down and restarted OBS a few times without restarting these guys.
That's true.
Right. So that's probably how we got the disconnect. Let's close these guys down. We'll restart those other pieces. Also, weird thing, my countdown video that normally plays didn't play. I now know why. Is because it was loading it. My guess, if we go pop to it right now, it'll work. It was that Dropbox had it as a virtual one and was only going to download it when needed. And the fact that I selected, I went through all the scenes, I thought, except for I didn't do the countdown one. I went through all of them yesterday to make sure Dropbox loaded all of them, but I forgot to do the countdown one. Okay, so we're back over here. I'm going to hit start here. And I think is that all we're going to need to do? I think we might have to, now that I'm started, I may need to refresh the overlays. Get this to work here. Let's go give them all a quick refresh here so they connect with the new Signal R. I just refreshed drone game and nothing, I'm not seeing it refresh. Like it's locked. Yes, by the way, we are on the new machine. We're on the new machine, but it's a little grumpy. I'll say that right now. Trying to refresh this cache, refresh this, and it's not refreshing. What's going on with that? Drone game, is that what it is? No, drone. Wait.
Dragon front game or?
Yeah, let me go look at what it says inside of here. Drone overlay is what it is. Okay, what's going on with the drone overlay? Why won't it load? The files aren't found?
Okay.
Yeah, this
Are
problem.
these similarly not found because Dropbox?
No. No, that doesn't make any sense because these are all recently activated. Dropbox didn't find the other one because I'd never requested to read it. But these are also so small that they should immediately come right down.
It's true, they should show up pretty quick.
I almost think this is a shutdown and try again. I think nothing is wrong. I think that for some reason, well, I don't know, something in startup got wrong. This was just running a moment ago without errors.
That's true.
Yeah. And so, like, what? So I'm doing a, hold on, let's go do a run now. Okay. Okay. And what's going on here? Same problem? Same problem. Failed to load resource. Server responded with the status of 404 not found.
I'm getting that deja vu feeling. Do you remember it was a few weeks back, maybe even a month, and we had this, and then it's, it went away because we changed nothing.
Yeah, I remember that. Let's try
twice.
Closing down Visual Studio. And we'll come back up. That's what we'll do. Are the actual JS files present in the file system? They should be. They absolutely should be. Why would they not be? Why would they? And unfortunately, it's going to take. Ooh, I got a recent showing up in the new one I just created, the document editor sandbox. I got a recent That's the first time I've seen recent stuff here in Windows 11. That's kind of cool. So I have to create a new one. I can't open existing. Is that what the deal is in terms of recent ones? I don't know. All right, starting Visual Studio again. Opening overlays only. Yeah, I'm almost determined, Rory, that doing nothing is going to solve this problem.
It does seem like
I'm,
we're being Pavloved into sort of choosing that as our default approach to this problem.
yeah. Okay, so
Hector's in the chat room, says, go Mark Miller, go Rory. Hi Hector, sorry we haven't got your fanfares just yet. We're having a few technical difficulties.
still not working.
Completely unlike this channel.
Tell me where these are. I think we did something before where we, made some changes to be able to bring a browser up or something like that. I don't remember what we did exactly. I think it was in one of the main files, in the setup files we set up.
Yeah, in sort of startup there and around. Coding Gorilla was helping us with this, as I recall, and there was like some config stuff that we added,
Yeah.
and then later took away again. And it's like it kickstarted it into doing something, but wasn't actually necessary for the functional. I don't know. It's a little bit mad.
Yeah. So here's www.root. Although now I'm like, wait, where are the files? Is it in game dev? Source? www.root? Wait, another www.root?
That's unusual.
What else do I have here? Dragon H, game engine. Yeah, the JS files are here. That's where they are.
Coding Gorilla says it would be in drone overlay / www root, I think.
You mean over here? And we can just keep doing a / www root like that.
I suspect it's kind of the other way around. So you've got dozens of points, obviously, on your actual hard drive, and Kestrel is advertising the drone overlay www root folder somewhere on your disk and is presenting it to the browser as the drone overlay folder.
Well, got a bunch of these. Game dev source code rushed. Let's see if that we can follow that. Yeah, game dev source code rushed. Yep. And the next one is wait, hold on. Let's bring it back over here. Yeah, like sparks.js.
So we were having fun yesterday.
There.
We weren't actually broadcasting, but we were having fun changing the ports of things. Well, I think we put it all back the way it was eventually, but did we?
Yeah.
Do we accidentally have that available on a 304 instead?
Can we change that to 304?
Just curious, yeah. Okay, it finds nothing, so that's definitely not it. Okay. Coding Gorilla says, is the game dev server host actually running? I.e., are we running either Studio or...
Yeah, we should
I think
be.
we are running Studio.
Yeah, we're starting up Studio right there. Yeah, in fact, this is coming from Studio. This browser has been launched by Studio. Yeah, this was working moments ago. We made no changes. And now it's not working. And I don't know how to tell what this maps to locally on my drive. I'm not sure how to find that out. I'm just not skilled. Maybe that's a question we can ask. Browser can't find local file. I'm not sure what question to ask. Maybe that's not it. Browser find local folder that we're running, loading the page
Well,
from.
when we say drone overlay as the first part of our path, which of our projects in the solution, are we expecting to be the one that serves that content?
Which project?
Yeah, so we've got an overlay manager and a few other things going on.
Yeah, this
Um,
has all the TypeScript source code in it. Overlay Manager does.
so what I guess I'm asking is, why does overlay manager present an exterior location? Why is it saying drone overlay is as a specific location? Something around here's got to be telling it,
It's the page.
drone overlay maps to. Okay. Yes, and therefore we're into routes and stuff. Okay, that makes sense. So
this loads, but
yeah.
but the TypeScript doesn't. And yet we look and see the TypeScript's in the right folder. Right? What seems to be wrong is the browser seems to be in the wrong folder, and I'm just trying to figure out what folders it looking. It's got at least 404, so I'm thinking, okay, how do I find what folder that's mapping to? I just don't know enough about, I guess, web programming to know how to answer this question. What folder is it loading from?
So the drone overlay key phrase in the URL causes us to go look at that view, that page.
Sure.
And then when it generates that page,
Well,
it causes additional. Ooh, that's working.
You'd have to have a project called game dev that is launching the server. Yeah, it has to be running because it's responding with a 404. Is the game dev server host running? So yes, because we're getting a 404, it's running. It would be in the game dev project. I don't think I have a game dev project.
I think the game dev folder has to be a child folder of the project, the root folder, or the perceived root folder. So we've got to have a game dev folder, right? Someplace.
Well, it is out here. It's right there inside of www root. Here, where's www root? There it is there. It only is showing lib here in this space.
That's the dub root that's inside the dub root, isn't it?
Oh,
Didn't
no,
we see there was nested versions in Explorer?
Yeah, well, it does kind of have the dice piece that we saw inside of there. Yeah, we did see that. I feel like this is almost a...
So I feel like when the project's running at the moment, it's looking in the nested one, and that's why it can't find any of the things that are in the outer one.
Maybe. Okay, so here's what it looks like here, right? So this is the dub root inside of the dub root. That's what's happening here. So that's, to answer your question, yes. And it matches, right? If you look inside here, you've got dice, you've got node modules, you've got dice.js. There it is right there. So that's not this is not the same as where we're generating to. As I recall, this is something we set up years ago with the assistance of someone in the chat. But there's something inside our TS folder that tells us where to put everything,
Got
as I
an app
recall.
settings there.
Right? I do have an app settings. I have an open with.
I think it's just JSON's a text editor, or JSON. That default's probably fine. Okay, that's fairly minimal. That's not going to contradict anything we.
Well, there's
actually
secret stuff down below, and so I'm going to close it down.
Okay, fair enough.
There's a bunch of secret stuff going on down below it. So that's not I think what we want. Although what I can do, I can look and see if there's anything beyond the secret stuff, but I don't think there is. Let me open up that containing folder for it. Let me go open this up on inside of Notepad, maybe. Yeah, I think this is like a, and I've got it on another monitor, so let's see what I got. Yeah, just secrets. Only secrets inside. Yeah, that's it. So nothing else in app settings.
Okay.
Bundle config. What's that?
I thought that was just suggestions of what types of assets to sort of pseudo zip together and make available, but maybe I'm wrong. It's definitely been known.
Yeah, I recall making changes here. This is the change I think we made a couple years ago.
Hector HSC.
Hector HSC is here. There's your fanfare. Are things now working all of a sudden? No, we still don't get the drone. The drone game's not refreshing. That's kind of what our core problem is still.
Okay.
Right? And it was,
Yeah.
we saw it work multiple times. Yeah, it's just not finding anything. I just hit the refresh button down here. Not finding it. So I think what's wrong, this is my theory, and I know so little about this kind of programming, but my theory is the server, I guess the Kestrel server, is suggesting the wrong directory. Because
Yeah, that feels right.
if we look, we can actually see, where were we here? Back up in assets here. If we look, we see the JS folder. Wait. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, it's in game dev source.
Yeah, everything we're trying to find is in game dev. I reckon if you were to go back to the browser, pick drone overlay as before, and then suggest a subfolder of game dev, it would fail to find even that folder. Because there is no game dev folder in the nested dub root. Now, what you could do is temporarily make one in there and then refresh that URL, and I bet it would work.
Oh,
and that would prove that we're looking in that location.
You think we're looking here?
I do.
Well, that means I could do a lib.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not
maybe not. Unless it's protected. That's another possibility, I suppose.
No, okay, fine. You really want it to work, I know. All right, we'll do it.
Yeah, it's...
Okay, we'll call this game dev, like that, and let's see if this works. Yeah, I think we're pointing in a completely different place.
So Coding Gorilla says that's not going to work without a file browser active. So, okay, fair enough.
And now that's the thing that he helped us with before.
Yeah.
Where was it? Yeah, this is so crazy. This is like we've done this. We've spent like almost probably an hour solving this problem, and ultimately restarting the machine just solves it on its own with no code changes at all.
It's a new take on an old concept. Instead of turning it off and on again, we turned it on and off again, and that apparently fixed everything.
Yeah, and what broke it is we turned it off and then on again. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm like, I don't even remember what I'm doing. We're going to delete game dev from here, I think, right?
Yeah, delete game dev. But Coding Gorilla is now pointing out we could try referencing one of the JS files that is in lib, and that doesn't need this extra setting present in order to work. So if we were to figure that out.
All right, let's do it.
So lib dice.js.
Okay, I just copied that to the clipboard. Put in here, game dev, lib, dice.
Not game dev, I don't think.
All right, well we'll try a couple. So here's dice.js. Nope.
Nope.
And no game dev this time.
That's right.
Nope.
That doesn't work either. All right, so I think maybe we're back to your suggestion that we're not even pointing remotely in this area.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think that it's. Okay. I think that basically, but I'd look. Where's my diagnostic that tells me where am I? If I'm on a local, I would imagine that if I was a browser developer, I would give the developer the way to say, here's where you're mapping to. Here's the folder you're mapping to, and you can open it up on the system you're on.
So in the early days of MVC, you would have a routing method, and I forget if you could actually debug into it, but you could watch it make the choice of which files to go and get. Coding Gorilla says this is where you enable the file browser so you can look at the directory listing.
All right, fine.
So yeah, that makes sense. So wherever we end up, it will just say, here are all the files in this location, and that'll be a good pointer.
All right, so let's see if we can figure out how to do that. As I recall, it was over here in program.
It may have been, or it may also have been startup.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Not seeing anything I recognize. Let's check the startup. There it is. Use directory browser. All right. Copper Beardy is in the house.
You know, it's strange. We're lost in a world of turn it off and on again, not really knowing what we're doing. And yet still, with that music coming along, I just suddenly feel a little better anyway.
Yeah, so
it's
I've
uplifting.
Okay, good. I got use browser link is not here, but I guess that's maybe old. I've got use directory browser. What else do I need? I've got commented
Now,
out
Coding
here.
Gorilla said file browser. I don't know whether he necessarily meant this, but it's certainly worth a try. We're in the right place, though, according to the comments, so that's good. So that might be enough on its own. I seem to remember we maybe were thinking of editing something inside configure services.
Well, I do have this add directory browser already there.
So that's add directory browser, and then there's use directory browser, which seems reasonable.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that may be all I need. All right, let's close down. And as I recall, these two changes, just restarting and rebuilding, it's all going to work. It doesn't matter that we can browse now. We have never been able to actually use the browser because every time we followed these steps and went back and rebuilt, it worked all of a sudden. We were like, okay, we're okay now.
Yeah, crazy as that sounds, that is a repeatable experience we have had. Okay, we haven't had that before.
Cannot connect to runtime process. Connection refused. Kind of a weird port number there.
It is.
And it just died. It just died on that. As good as a repeatable?
Different number. Generating a different one each time.
Okay, hold on a second. I think you need to do services.add directory browser in the configure services. Yeah, I think we saw that was there.
We are, yeah.
I think I'm reading that way too low, way too big. Are you using the beast right now? Says Hector. I am. Okay, so I guess making this change means it can't run anymore. I keep hitting start. It keeps giving me that error.
I mean, we could take it out again and see if it suddenly spontaneously works again. But
that's the change right there. Let's see, running. Like I'm getting a little further. Nope. Failed to launch debug adapter.
We have also made a change on line 47 by the look of it. I think that was also commented out before.
Oh. Okay. Let's try that.
Is the browser link thing the piece where Studio is able to talk to the browser and have sort of hot reloading in the browser?
I think so. That's what I assumed.
Okay.
And
so I think that's the bit that doesn't work, is the browser link.
I see. Okay, but where's I'm trying to find the...
So now we need to address localhost.
Yeah, what's weird is I don't see it. Normally it loads itself up automatically.
Fair enough, yeah.
Okay, now it works. No changes.
Did somebody predict something like that earlier?
No changes. Oh, look, here we go. And when I click it, it kills it. Okay, so wait, no changes, it worked, but then it doesn't continue and it dies. It forces a die on us. Right? No changes.
Yeah. I mean, I hate that that's the case, but I kind of agree. I can't see anything else we've done.
Windows Firewall maybe is a suggestion. Okay, what are we looking at? We want to go to Mr. Announcer Bot, and I want to go to, I just want to verify no changes have been made to startup.cs. I'm going to assume no, because it's not even in this list. Let's save that.
Actually,
And
you can get a clue also inside Studio, Mark. The icon next to it in the Solution Explorer will alter if it's got changes different relative to Git's knowledge of it. So right now, it does not. There's a little padlock there.
yeah.
If you make a change, it will have a little tick.
Are you talking about right here, off to the left?
No, on the right-hand side in Solution Explorer or Startup CS.
Oh, right there.
See
Yeah.
that little tick there?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So the no changes, and now at different error, it doesn't work. We have this browser link thing, but this one, what do you want to bet? This one is solved by restarting Visual Studio.
Maybe.
I'm not seeing. Oh, here we go. This one cannot connect to runtime process. I'm going to restart Visual Studio. Let's do that. And we'll come back in and start a Visual Studio again. I have one other instance of Visual Studio running. I guess in fairness, I should maybe close them both down. All right, now I have no Visual Studio instances running. Now let's go back in, overlays only.
Zulux asks in the chat room, have you had a different version of Visual Studio, like from 17.0 to 17.1 maybe?
I don't think so. Let's see, I can verify that though. Hold on. Yeah, that doesn't work. Failed to launch debug adapter. Now we're off on this wild goose chase. All right, let's go look this up and see what we can find. Where's my Chrome instance I just started up? There it is, right there.
Is it possible to start up the Studio? So Studio's, this whole browser link thing allows Studio to talk to the browser at times other than when the browser is asking Studio to do things. So it's like a two-directional conversation. Is it possible that that has caused Studio to change the startup configuration? So I know there's a little drop-down that allows for turning browser link on and off normally. I'm curious if suddenly, we're trying to browser link to something that doesn't have it.
Do you know where that option is?
There's up near where the continue button is on the toolbar, there's a little circular thing. What does the drop down there provide?
Now, refresh linked browsers.
Okay.
Browser
so
link.
Interestingly, it says enable browser link, and it's the opposite of what we kind of want, I guess. My theory was that browser link was causing the problem, but if it's not enabled, it seems unlikely.
Now I've just enabled it. Let's see what happens. I have another idea, and that's to shut down. If we get it one more time, I'm going to completely shut down all Chrome instances. All right, let's do that next.
Oh, yeah.
No code changes, kids. I feel like a magician here. Nothing up my sleeves. Let's go close down every instance of Chrome and try one more time.
Almost everything, when there's no code changes, can be solved by one thing or another being restarted. And we're running out of things to restart. But Chrome is a good next step. Feels right. Look at that.
That was the dumbest thing that's ever happened to me. So the secret there for the future is to restart Chrome, all instances of Chrome. Apparently, let's go look at the drone overlay. Yeah. No code changes. No code changes. All right, fine. So I'm going to go back over to that guy. We're going to minimize this. We need to go refresh things on inside of OBS. Let's go do that. We're going to refresh. Zulik says, I hate it when stuff like that happens. It's usually about the time I walk away and come back tomorrow, and it just works. Yeah,
I feel that. Yeah, that's exactly how that works normally.
I want to say it is almost especially sucks when you're doing it live and it's being recorded. That is a little bit worse because you're like,
Yeah,
come on,
pressure's on, you know.
what is going on here? Coding Gorilla earlier said Econ Refuse suggests that the network connection is being blocked. Hence my suggestion it's a firewall, but it's not the firewall, right? It's just restarting. It's restarting Chrome. Chrome kind of got something, in its mind that it was going to go redirect where it was going to get those files from. I think that's my take on it. We did make one change. We enabled browser link. That was one other thing that we did. We
Oh, that's
made
true.
that change. So fair enough on that. Let's go open up the document editor sandbox. I wanted to also refresh the Dragon Front overlay. I didn't do that yet, so let's do that. Refresh that. Okay, that's refreshed. Let's talk to it from the Dungeon Master app. Does it connect still? It does not. That happens when we restart the other pieces, so we're going to have to close down the Dungeon Master app. And restart it. And here comes Footing. So my show. And Daniel's here. I wonder if Fred wears pants.
And it was a little hard to see because obviously pudding everywhere. But Tyndall subscribed for what, 3 months?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tyndall.
Thanks, Tyndall. The party's got interrupted because I gotta go flying.
Billy Dad is in the house.
I want to build this. I want this to be one of our flying machines right there. The cool thing about this guy
See,
is
that makes you sound like Adam Savage, like you're going to go out into a workshop and that's it. And then just along the street, you and your flying pumpkin.
yeah, just like that. It's gonna be like that. Okay, so now we're gonna see how P2 performs. Just waiting on me. It's a little out of sync, me. I gotta tweak the dials a bit. It gets more in sync near the end. That's a setting issue. I'm pretty sure about that. But the cool thing about that is, for Thindles, you want to look at the. There's a lot of fast movement in Thindles, and the key to watching that work is to hold on one second. I'm moving, starting up some stuff. The key to watching Thindles is the back and the front of the salt shaker top. Those should be exactly in alignment. A great time to arrive, says Weirdbeard Dev. Yeah. Boom. Someone wants some money? What?
Copper Biddy suggesting I'm not the person who won the £184 million ticket. Not unless someone's keeping some really rather weird secrets from me.
Rory did call me. He says I'm about to find out if I won or not. And I'm like, yeah, so? And he's like, just want to let you know, if I win, you could take this job and shove it, Miller. You could take it and shove it, he said. And then he was quiet after he found out that he didn't win. He's like, all right, sorry, maybe that was premature. Pudding says, I want some money. Pudding, how's everything going, man? You were, I think, doing an English test last time we talked. If you win that, Copper Beardy, I demand that you share a chocolate cake with me. All right. I got my scores last night. Well, how'd you do?
I'm sure you aced it.
I scored 105 out of 120. That sounds
That's pretty good.
That sounds like a pass.
Yeah.
Oh no! And guess what's frozen? My Stream Deck.
Oh
Really?
no. I did mean to
Really?
ask. You went back to Windows 10 because you sort of were looking at the Win 11 as being the cause. What caused you to jump back to Win 11 again?
I like to play, near the edge.
Okay,
Is what I
fair
need to
enough.
do. Hold on a second. I'm opening up the software. So my Stream Deck is frozen. I'm opening up the software. The reason why is because I've got my document camera aimed right at it, and the only way to turn on the document camera is to get to this page. There we go. It's just loaded, and hit that button. Is it going to work? I hit the button, but nothing happened. I really wanted you guys to see this. Oh, look at this! Frozen Stream Deck sounds like a cool tech band name. Look who's out here, kids! It's got a lot of sparkles. This guy's just kicking butt every time I check him out. C-Sharp Fritz! Look at that guy. Guy's raising so much money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Look at that guy. He makes me look like I'm, a pile of, not nothing great. But he says if the people in your PhD interview say your English is good, the school shouldn't ask for an official exam. Yeah, that might be true.
That feels fair.
Welcome, C-Sharp Fritz. Yeah. Someday when I grow up, I'm going to be just like C-Sharp Fritz. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to be a good guy. That's what's going to happen. But, I got some time. Well, yeah, Stream Deck is frozen. Oh, no, wait, there we go. It moved. Oh, it's slow. Oh, it's so slow. Yeah, this is I'm thinking that the Windows 11 was a mistake. We had problems with the Stream Deck on the Windows 11, and I was like, well, maybe it's just whatever. Don't listen to Murky. He lies. What am I lying about? Play Connect
Plans
4
of
and
being
sync.
an adult? I don't know.
Yeah, we should make Murky dance some more. Yeah, I guess you can do that. Why don't you make me dance? At least it can be way more interesting than. Oh, what? Yeah, look at that. It changed to
It's
the
interesting.
top desk. That's because I hit the button on the Stream Deck. So wait, if I can find where the other button is, it's 3 over and down. That shows me something completely different on what I'm seeing. But if I hit that button now, nope, the document camera is not. It says it's lit up, but I'm not seeing the document camera. Do I have to go back over here? Oh, wait, that's not players anymore.
It's more like no signal, though, isn't it?
Oh, wait,
So
it is.
maybe you're using it, but there's nothing coming from it. Is it plugged in or?
No. That's just the overhead camera. It's turned off right now. But what else do I need to do? If I do that, what if I do this?
And it's
Okay.
back.
And then can I do that? The document camera, why isn't the document camera going? Interesting. Let's see if I can find it. Add video capture device. Add existing. There's the InSwan right there. Properties. Deactivate, reactivate. Come on. Look at that. It's not document camera. It's right here. If I unplug you, I'm unplugging you. This is like the story of today's show. Watch Mark unplug things. Watch Mark replug things back in. Deactivate, activate. Is it because I'm on the new machine it won't show? I feel like I saw it yesterday on the new machine. Isn't that crazy? Did the build go well after I popped out? Yeah, I think it did. How's the 5950? I don't understand what we. Oh, you're talking about the. Are you talking about the Z690, the motherboard? The Z690 Ace? Wendy Week says hello. Welcome, Wendy. VS 17.2 now ships with a Cosmo DB Docker manager for local dev, says Thindle, with a big
Oh,
heart.
cool.
Cool. My InSwan document camera is not working, and I'm a little bit like, what is going on with that? There it is right there. The Stream Deck's not working so well. I may be rolling back to Windows 10 again. Now, one of the things we noticed when we rolled back and forward is all our, we got sound all working in Windows 10, then we rolled forward to 11, and it wasn't working. We had to go
Not so much.
reset everything. Roy and I had to do that. What happens there if I hit that button? That's not the one I want, is it? Where's my Stream Deck? Show me which one it is. Yeah, over from 3. That's the one, should toggle it. So this thing should toggle away, and it's not. Yeah, it's a mess. The Stream Deck is a mess right now.
See, Joffre, says, I'm having that happen as well. Sound in Windows 11 and video playback are not reliable.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. That's
it's not
enough.
Like we don't
I
need
just
both those things.
I just need, all I needed, what time of game are you making? Roguelike, survival, shooter. So Windy Week, today I'm not doing any game at all. Today I'm in Visual Studio, and I'm working on trying to create a document editor. At least that's what I was trying to do. Got slightly distracted by a bunch of other issues, so I'm actually not making progress right now. Let me go switch to, I just want to turn this thing off. I think I got to turn it off manually because the regular controls for it don't seem to be affecting it inside of that. Yeah. So yeah, Jeff, I'm gonna roll back. I've rolled back already once today, and I'll roll back to 10 again. Windy Week says, "Cool, really? You think that's cool? It's not as cool as like a shooter survival game, I think." This is my audio reliability issues got so much better when I stopped using Voicemeeter. Really? Yeah, we've had some trouble with Voicemeeter, especially with my headphones. These guys show up as different things to connect to. And one of the other problems we had with Voicemeeter, really that was really tough, is these WMDM drivers for the OpenCom don't work. Also, the Aftershok's OpenCom ones, I love the feel of these. I love these. These are great. They're wireless. They're not bad. But twice now, at least on my old machine, they lost voice. And so the machine thought the Bluetooth was only a headset only, and I couldn't get it back. Anyway, yeah, I'm still using Voicemeeter Potato. I'm open to closing it down and getting rid of it, but yeah, it's a little. We saw problems before we started, Rory, that all we had to do was restart. Oh, well, it was OBS we had to restart, and all of a sudden things here started showing up correctly.
Anything we haven't tried restarting in this particular session today.
I'm not giving up on the document camera right here. You can see. Oh, look at this. Did we lose that, or is it back? Oh yeah. So I hit the Stream Deck. Stream Deck is slow. Oh my gosh, it's slow. Is this one slow too? I just hit the. Yep, they're both slow. Both Stream Decks are plugged into different USB ports. This is something that happened yesterday as well when we were looking at it in Windows 11. I've not seen it in Windows 10. I think I'm going to go back. By the way, I learned about that name for the Layer 8 architecture, Meadware. Wait, what are you talking about? The Layer 8? What are we talking about with that?
This isn't 7 OSI layers, and it's like communication, but that implies an 8th one, which is the human. Do I have that right? Is it ISO or OSI, or is it both, actually?
Oh, good job.
There are 2 different variations of that.
That's why Rory's here, right? You know, Rory actually steps out of the cave every once in a while. I stay in the cave. I'm in the cave. This is where I live. All right, let's see if we can get write some code here. By the way, can I get music? Well, I can't, of course, because my Stream Deck doesn't work. I can't, hit buttons on it. Does this one work? The small one actually is not too bad. It works kind of fat quickly, so let's try that. So it's the big ones, the XLs, that are not working. Jeff Fritz, if you're still out here, that's the takeaway, is the XLs are not working quickly on apparently on Windows 11. I live in a cave. Can we talk about the optimal amount of layers in a sandwich? I think we can. You are still here, Jeff. All right. Great. So anyway, you know what I can do? I can do it the old-fashioned way and type into the chat room music. Is that going to work? No. What? I got to join. I got to sign up, log in. Come on.
See, I tried Bang Music, and it did respond, but I can't hear anything.
Oh, try volume up. We maybe try that right there. I'm logging in right now. Logging in. Oh, now it says token. Going to Authy. I've like gone into Authy 3 times today just for logging into Twitch, the same account. Hold on. Don't give anybody this token. Oh, there's the music.
There we go.
Is that too loud for the stream? Can you check the stream?
Good point.
Remember this, just because it may be good for us. Okay. I can't even click the button on this. I gotta like resize the window to get to the button. There we go. Accept cookies. There you go, kids.
Don't think it's too loud. Perhaps those in the chat could tell us if it's not so great.
All right, cool. So now what I want to do, here's what I want to do. Back to what I want to do. I'm in WPF. I want to create an editor that allows me to highlight text. So I want to be able to type in text, paste it in, highlight a segment of it, and when I select it, I want to hit a button, and when I hit the button, I want it to change its background color, and I want it to encode data in that range. And I want to just see if I can do that. That's what I want to see if I can do that. A little out of my end, but not awful. Yeah.
Popped it down one more level, so maybe that'll be better.
And I should have individual control for us, I think. No, not really. Does that change for you? Or
that went
worse?
up. That was up for me.
Yeah, and it didn't impact my voice, I take it. Is that right or no?
No, I can hear you over the music easily enough.
All right, cool. Okay. All right, so that's what I want to do. I think what I want to do is I want to go into a rich edit, but I'm to be honest, I'm so uninformed on this. I'm going to just start with a Google search on this. I'm going to go out and say.
So I kind of feel like you're looking to associate a kind of hidden package of data with a range within the editor.
Yeah.
The problem is, of course, that maybe you also want that range to move. So if you sort of put 5 carriage returns and then some text, right? Then you highlight the text and you say, add me some data to this text. Then you want to take away some of the carriage returns, the text moves back up, but it still understands that the data is associated with that text.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Syntax highlighter for WPF, do I want that? I'm not sure if I really want that. No code editor I can embed in WPF or Windows Forms, or you can write one yourself.
I mean, that sounds like the editor we used for the syntax highlighting. Remember?
Yeah. That was the. I'll tell you what I really want. What I really want. Loco Jewel. Wait, Loco Jewy. Loco, welcome. Glad you're with us. Okay. We're looking at that. You put a lot of effort in your stream. Congrats. That sounds like somebody's trying to sell me something. Looks super cool, something and everything. Well, if you're really a real person, we're going to give you this right here. Let's see if this works. Oh no! Those guys! Ah! Where's my... There's my button. There, I got him. It's okay, everybody. Are you creating these animations? Yes, C# Fritz. We're creating these animations, yeah. This is all, isn't that cool though? It's super cool.
C# Fritz has not been here in a while. He doesn't know that we've got something in the order of 9 parties.
Yeah, that was well, we have 11. That was party 9.
11, sorry.
I'll tell you though, Jeff, one of the things we had the ability to do in OBS that broke recently in one of their updates was we had the ability to zoom in and out as well, which we were doing, and now zooming's broken. We got to go. Yeah, Murky went full insanity a while back. Jeff's been busy doing important things for society. I know. Yeah, I know. What do we do here? We party. That's enough of that crazy. I love how the solution to your problems were to actually just throw more hardware at it. That is how we do it. That's the solution to my problems. Anyway, kids, let's stay focused and get serious for a little bit, shall we? So I was thinking at first a flow document inside here. But I don't know if I can edit a flow document. That's what I was thinking. Murky needs a baller CPU to have a stream, yeah. To use object pools for these animations, Murky. I don't think so. I'm not sure what an object pool is. So I'm going to say probably not. Yeah. But I have my baller CPU. That's the good news. The good news is the CPU is quite baller. The only thing that I could have done more on, well, I could have put more in, is I could have doubled up the memory to like 128 gigabytes. It's got 64 gigabytes right now, but I kept with the 64 because it's slightly faster than the 128, and I felt like that was enough. The thing you put all your objects in to recycle instead of creating and deleting all the time. Yeah, no, because the big hit on the animations are they're giant files with alpha channel in them. That's what's playing. So I've got these giant files that play with alpha channels, and once you start layering many of these on top of each other, OBS just starts to crunch down. The other problem we had was synchronization. I've got layers of videos in front and back of me with alpha channels. When you watch, the legs running, that's like a combination of a front layer, a back layer, so the explosions in back, sparks are in front, right? All of those things are happening, and that's all layering, and so synchronization issues sometimes happen as well, where OBS won't play in sync. So if you've got a video that's 30 frames a second, and you've got 30 frames, those 30 frames may not hit at exactly a second when played back in OBS. So we had that issue we had to contend with and deal with. Maybe it's a good time to turn them into animations. Yeah, it's a set of videos. I'd be super happy to help with that. Well, I don't know. I think it's going to be, I'm on 64 gigabyte here as well with a Ryzen 9.59. Yeah, my other machine is a Ryzen. This one is Intel. I switched over to Intel, and so far so good, right? It is. I'm noticing it's. I'll tell you. I'm noticing it's a little faster, a little more consistent, and the playback so far seems to be totally in sync. And our upload rate's about 6,000 kilobytes per second. So we're kicking butt in terms of our upload rate. We haven't seen that really drop at all, and we can hit it pretty hard with the layers. Trying to remember that we did party 9, we did 10, did we do 8? I look so much better when I actually think about what dance move I'm going to do. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Roy's seen me dance more than anybody else, by the way. Yeah, that's how I stay in good shape. Streaming is how, at some point, we just have to make hardware obsolete again, right? Yeah. Me and Murky just wants an excuse to tell Karen when buying a new monster. Yeah, that's kind of true. It's kind of true. Okay, so let's go back over here, syntax highlighting. Okay, I don't know if I really want syntax highlighting. I want to see if I can do can I edit a flow document? Edit a flow document in WPF, or is it just for display only? The WPF rich text edit control can edit XAML flow documents natively. Okay, so let's play in this space right here, rich text box.
Yeah.
Let's start there. So I'm going to change this, I think, to a stack panel. And we're going to throw in a rich text box. There it is right there. And there's my rich text box. And let's give it a name. You think Roy's camera shy? Roy's not camera shy. He's right here. Well, I hit the button, but that Stream Deck's not working. It's not gonna do anything for a while. My Stream Deck's frozen. I could unplug and replug in. Let's everybody hold your breath for a little bit while I do that. Oops, that's the small one. That's not the one I need to do that to. Here's one of them. That's that one over there. Interestingly, when I unplugged that one and plugged it back in, the other XL died. Let's see. There we go. He's not camera shy. Okay. PBX test like that. Here's my test box. Guess I'll throw a button on here as well. BTN test like that. Test. Let's send something out to it. Click. New event handler. There's my test handler right there. So now I've got a named control out there. TBX test. What do I have in here? What do I have? Is there a flow document? A flow direction? Is there a document property? Document.
Document good.
Is there a blocks? Blocks. Sweet. Add. I can add a block to it. Okay, cool. We might be able to do this like this. So let's create a new, let's try this. Let's create a new paragraph like that. And we're going to say, we'll do that. And then we're going to say paragraph dot inlines, I think. There it is right there. Dot add. And I think we can say a new span. Is that right? And I'll say, hello. Like that. Whoops. Hello. No? It's not going to take text in there?
I think it was reasonably happy to take string, but I don't know whether
Really?
it'll internally convert it to something else. There was a suggestion from the AI IntelliSense as
Fine.
if it would
I'll do it.
convert.
And then down here, I'm going to say new bold. And what's bold take? Inline text takes text. Okay. And so we're going to say world. Like that. All right, there's our
Cool.
first app. Wait,
Yeah,
does it
missing
not
a
take?
close parentheses. Yeah.
I am, but it doesn't look like it's taken that in. Hold on.
Huh.
No, I was
Okay.
wrong. Okay, so hold on. Then we're going to say inside here new. I'm really remembering it's span. Am I wrong on span?
I
see
thought
you-
a
see
span
you,
was a
Jeff.
way of looking at various other structures in a sort of a read-only way, or was it a way of defeating the sort of memory safetiness of something?
Lunch calls. Extra A in there. Okay, you got to go do lunch. All right, buddy. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Launch the lunch. Hold on. What's bold descend from? It descends from span.
Oh, okay.
So, span. Does span have a text option? It does not. Does it have a property called text, maybe? Oh, come on. How do I do this?
Are there
really
other
wanna
things
solve
that descend
this.
from span?
Yes, there are. But I'm trying to do how to do. All right, fine. Roy, how long have you been with DevExpress is the question.
Oh wow. I want to say around 2003-ish.
That feels fair. That feels fair. Okay, let's look this up. The WPF flow document. Sorry, I really wanted to solve that using only IntelliSense. WPF flow document, code behind, add bolded text. That's what I want. How do I do it? Give it to me. What is it? A new run. It's a run. And the
Okay.
bold takes a run. Like that. Okay, so it's not a span, it's a run. So we're going to say new run, and then in there we're going to say world. Like that. And then
Okay.
here, I think this will work just like you're suggesting. I think it defaults to a run like that. And then we're going to add the paragraph to it, and I think that may be all we need to do. Let's try running that and see what happens. Okay, it's down here. There's my awesome test button. And here it is over here. Okay, so let's, it looks like it worked, but let's,
We need some width on that rich text box, don't we?
yeah, so let's set width to like say 600. And let's go down here and let's say, let's set height equal to 60, like that. And width equal to about 90 on the button as well, so it looks a little bit better. All right. Set
There we
the
go.
margins
Hello world
on that
looks exactly like you suggested.
to that. All right, cool. So now we've got Hello World. Sweet. Can I edit it? Now that's the thing. Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Yep.
talking about. So it's gonna hold everything for me. It looks like. Now the next
Yeah.
question is, how do I do highlighting with WPF flow document? WPF flow document. How do I highlight the background? You better give it to me.
So you want to make an alteration to it so that even when you bring the caret away and select something else, the highlight remains.
Yes. Highlight the background. No, I don't want just this. I want
Not
the
of the whole
background.
document. You want it. Perhaps the run can be given a background, or perhaps you can.
No, I'm with you 100%. I'm going to change the search. Highlight background of a text run.
That said, I imagine you could also, because if the run is the whole word world, you could highlight half the word, and I expect you could still make that highlighted. Now, will that
Right.
break the run into two runs in order to produce the effect,
Yes.
or does it introduce something else?
No, I'm sure it's, well, I think it's going to be 2 runs. But let's see what's
Okay.
going on here. What do they got here? Add property value. Ooh.
Ooh, text range. That's interesting.
Get text in run. There's my text run. Okay, right there. Based on the position. Oh, I like all of this. This is nice. Content
Yeah.
start compared to position. Get next context position going forward. Compared to document end. So if it's already at the end, don't do anything. Why did we get the text run? What do we need this for? Search link. What's the search? I think I'm going to take this code in because I'm not able to explore it as quickly inside here. Wait, what's down here
Yeah.
too, though? Hold on. They're getting a text range as well.
And they're applying a property value to it as well.
They're doing something similar here. Wait, Sindel, stop looking at things. Don't look up things. Wait, who's orangey? What's going on? Not yellow. Are we talking about Rory? What's going on?
I think so, yeah.
Apply property value. That's to the text element background property. That's and then text range. I need to get my text range. So I need to get a text pointer. Index of search. Okay, search is up here. Okay, so I've got something to learn. Clearly, I have to learn something on how to do this. Where's search? Search is equal to content text. Text index of search. So get next context position. Interesting. All right, I'm taking all of this right here. So Roy, you never came back to us with the Kindle 3 review.
Okay, Thindle, you're just clearly very bored on the internet somehow. He's found the last post in my personal blog from probably around 2003 when I stopped using it and pretty much went over to DevExpress full time for that.
Very bored on the internet.
2010, oh okay.
Okay.
Probably only started working for them around that time. Was just messing around before that.
It seems to me I should be able to fake this here, here, and here. I should be able to fake that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get rid of this for a moment right now. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do this. And shoot, what was text?
We've lost text.
Is equal to text pointer.
Yes.
So let's get that. So, and this is going to be tbx test content start. Uh-oh. But I bet we could go document.content start. Yes. Okay, good. Now, let's just count. We're just going to manually count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll say get position at offset 6. And then we're going to end it with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like that. And see how close we get. And then we're going to apply the yellow. So just do that. Hot reload. And here we are. Let's do a test again. Okay. I think if I do it one more time, it's going to try to re-highlight up in here again in a different way. Well, maybe not. If I delete it and then add it. Huh. 1, 2.
But aren't we
1,
just
2,
finding the first occurrence
3,
and highlighting
4,
that?
5, 6, 7, 8. It's using position at offset 6. What I'm not understanding is why is it getting right in the middle of there? But it could be that I've got like 2 bytes per character, like for Unicode. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And 2 carriage returns taking to where you are, plus the 2 characters is 6 characters.
Yeah, that might be it.
Sorry,
by the
4 characters, but with the extra CRLF would work.
Sorry, I want to address Thindle's comment. Yes, Thindle, stop doxing, please. Oh my goodness. This is how, by the way, we defeat the bad guys, is we beg them to stop. Please, uninstall your ransomware. Please, so I can get my Stream Decks to work. Please. Please, please, please. New line and 2 characters. Yeah, Andy. Oh, and I Love Summer. Thanks for that contribution out there, and I Love Summer. Yes, that's my theory. So we need to do something a little bit smarter like what they're doing in the sample code here. Let's go look at what we got here.
Speaking of smarter, I'm afraid you're going to be considerably smarter now after I unfortunately have to leave. Net intelligence will go up.
What? No! Oh, there he is. I got him. Oh, he's gone, kid. He's gone. Zulik says, I wonder if behind the scenes it's using something to bolds and stuff, like P for the paragraph and M for bold. Yeah, no, I'm sure it is. Nindle says, now I feel guilty. I'm not an actual bad guy. I can follow instructions.
I do got to go, and slightly worse than that, I'm not going to see you for like a week and a bit, because it's a week Tuesday that I'm back, as far as the show goes. So I hope everything goes well. Enjoy.
And are you having a like a vacation or something that it's appropriate for me to say have a good break?
Yeah, I'm going to my dad's wedding.
Okay.
Which is kind of a fun thing.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have
do
fun.
some traveling together.
That's awesome. All right, Rory. Take care. We'll see you in about
Tuesday.
A week Tuesday. So we're talking like
nearly 2 weeks.
Yeah, about 2 weeks from now. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Take care. I think we can do it
guys,
on our own. We'll do it. Everybody's going to the chat room's going to take care of me. All right.
Good stuff. Look after him, guys.
Hey. Yeah, look after me, man. Ah.
He's awesome.
Rory's awesome. Can't wait to have him back. All right. Chat room's going to save my butt. Kids, if you're not familiar with the show, it's brought to you by our sponsors.
Force and ignorance.
Those are big sponsors. Every show, they make an appearance here. Let's see if we can figure this out. We're going to brute force this, and we're going to understand this right here. This is weird. This wild true is blowing my mind here. Why did you put this in a wild true here? Well, you got a break, I suppose. I see. So you're just kind of going through, and I think you're trying to highlight. What you can't do is use a single text range from flow document for search. Flow document is not only text. Yeah, I think that's true. Okay. None of those work. For example, if you have a list, special characters that count as index of, are counted by index of, but get position to offsets doesn't count them. Could be replaced. Okay, what I want to do is I actually want to get the selection. I also enjoy the ship it co. The ship it co. You mean it compiles, let's ship it? That one? That company that's sponsoring us? Yeah, also brought to you by if it compiles, let's ship it. Analyst Summer says, bye Rory, try to set the variable search to world. The wild true to highlight all occurrences. Right. Handle of summer. Yeah. Yes, that's sponsor, says Thindle. Yeah. Brought to you by
Let's ship it!
one of my favorite companies. They do some great stuff. Oh, look who's coming in! Look at that! What? You got interrupted? Oh no! Somebody interrupted Jetsom's fanfare! Oh, I'm just gonna take a walk, Jetsom. I know how you feel. What? You leave me up here! You're trying to break my machine, aren't you? You can't break it! You can't break my machine, man! The timing. Hey. Oh! What? Nice. The machine is not dying. The zoom worked, did it really? I didn't see it. I don't think it worked, Coding Gorilla. I think what it did is it moved it to the side. I didn't look closely, but I'm pretty sure it's still not working. I need to double check that. Yeah. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with us today. All right, so let's see. What we want to do now, I want to go grab... I want to grab this code right here. That code. And I want to get the position of the, let's get the position of the selection. Get the position of the selection in a rich text box in WPF. Not gonna work for us. Oh no! Look out! It's those guys. They're so like, I really don't like. They touched me. Akil says Google coding as usual. I say, look, my friend. There's no shame in that. Loco Joel says, just invited a friend to see your stream. Could you please show him something to blow his mind? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if this works. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Does that blow your mind? You know, we'd also do like something like this. These guys again. I'll just plug that up. Whoa! Ah! 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 Oh, what's this? This is like a... All right, let's stay focused, shall we, people? We're here to write some code. My mind never has time to get unblown. Yeah. Ocular Malice is in the house. What's the battle unicorn command? I think it's sprinkles. It's bang sprinkles. Like that. Get out of here, Sprinkles! Get on! Get out of here! Get out of here, Sprinkles! Go on, get! All right, let's see here. I want to focus on. This guy. Selected text position. That's what I. What? Hey, get those guys out of here! Whoa! Look what you. Ah! Oh. That's okay. I got 2 in the back. What? I got 1 still. It's gonna be okay. Oh, maybe I should land it and just get back to some coding. Yeah, we're coding. We're coding. That's what we're trying to do. We're coding here. What do we got here? Selection property returns a text selection object which may be of use to you. All right, let's try it. Selection, text selection. Okay, what do we got? Let's see what we have with that. So, let's see what we can do here. Selection. We're stress testing the code. Yeah. Let's see. Selection. What's in it? What you got in selection? Can load, change, can save. Oh, we've got a changed. I love it. We've got an end in a text pointer. Sweet. So let's do this. Our end, we're going to do this instead. We're going to grab that, and then here we're going to get the start. Could it be this easy? Oh my gosh, would it be so cool? And
a
so
few moments later.
It's going to be okay, guys. It's going to be okay. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to add this to the beginning. So we're going to initialize the component, and then we're going to add the hello world. Then when we click the button, we're going to... Do we need this at all anymore? No, this was up above. Right? Do we need it at all up here? We're not using it at all up here either. Okay, fine. We're going to do that. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's stop it, restart it. Oh, kids, I got an Amazon delivery. Looks like it's right out front. Hold on a second. Hola. Sí. Okay. Vale. Un momento. All right, I'm going to go get that. Let's see what's going on. I'm trying to hit the be right back button, but you know, of course, things aren't working on my yeah. Okay, I'll be right back, kids. Give me a sec. I'll keep the audio on. Karen? Karen? There's an Amazon delivery out front. Can you get that? Okay. That was easy. That was easy. What kind of trouble are you guys causing here? Huh? Dos cervezas, por favor. Well, we can still hear them. Yeah, I told you I was going to leave the audio on. Okay, let's try it now. Clicking test. Oh, look at that. That's so sweet. That is so sweet. I love it. Okay, next we need to encode data inside of that range. So now, let's do this. Let's run it one more time. Hold on. Hello world. Some text above. And some text below. Fun fact, por favor almost sounds like por farbror in Swedish, which means, oh no. Not sure where I'm going with this, but there you have it. Okay. Some text below, like that. You've been on for 1.4 hours. That's all you have to show. Text in a box. Nice. Jetsom's mad. Look, kids, Jetsom has the right to be mad. You know why? Because you interrupted his fanfare. We didn't get the whole Jetsom fanfare. Here it comes. Don't try to interrupt him, kids. Get out of here, Jetsom. There he is.
He's in the house.
It's not bad. Yeah, I have, but you know what? I've been dealing with a lot of crap today. Okay, so I'm going to double click that. I'm going to say test. Good. I'm going to double click that, and I'm going to say test. Good. And I'm going to double click that, and I'm going to say test. Good. And now I'm going to hit enter a bunch in here. It's awesome. It's really awesome. Now all I need to do is I need to put custom data there. Oh, wait. We spent 1.4 hours, 4 or 5 hours trying to break Murky's computer, so I'd say he's doing well on the coding. That's true. They have been. There was a moment where they threw everything at it, and it didn't break. And I was like, "You can't break my computer." That's the whole reason why I bought the new machine, is so that I could do this. By the way, check this out over here. See what how our stats are doing. Drop frames, 198 drop frames, but very little. Doing pretty well. Bit rates about 6,000. Throwing a lot of data out there. Yeah, everything's looking pretty happy. Looking pretty good. Thanks to Richard Campbell out there for that as well. I want to store custom data in that range. Can I do it? Apply property value. What can we do here? Is there a way to store custom data with a range? Let's look at that next. Flow document. Mark, just be honest with yourself. Now that you have this power, oh yeah, at the tips of your fingers, you're just going to add more insanity until it starts chugging again. Yeah, I've been holding that idea in the back of my mind for a long time. I can't reveal that because then when you're like, make the case, you know, to your family, sorry kids, no college, I have to buy a new computer because of this. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, and then I'm going to break it again. And then I'm going to push it and break it. But no, actually, I want to kind of keep things. I want to do more of the videos, you know, when I have time and when I'm able to do that. Well, you know what would be really cool? I just don't think I have time to do this, but it would be cool to get an animated Rory that was hooked up to a camera on Rory. So when Rory talked, the animated creature here moved around. More insanity is always good, though. You just don't tell yourself that it'll ever work. Well, yes. No, I got that. No, I want to do more insanity, but I want to keep it all running smoothly. Roy's already too animated. Yeah, I want to keep it running smoothly. So I have a sense now about what starts to break it on the old machine, and on this machine I can extrapolate. So on the old machine, about 6 layers of 1920 by 1080 videos with alpha channels on top of each other would just bring the machine down to its knees. And if you kept that at about 4, it would behave pretty well. And so on this machine, I'm going to say, all right, so 6 will be my limit. I won't do any effects or anything with more than 6 layers coming, you know, working at once at 1920 by 1080. So basically make him into e-girl or whatever they're called. I'm not sure, but I just want the you know, the thing we do for Rory, that animation of this guy, but talking and looking around. That'll be a nice surprise for Rory when he comes back, if I have time. I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I have time to do that. That's tricky because even my weekends are blocked up for the next 2 weeks. So we'll see what we can do. Okay, so we got six selections. I want to do store custom data. Store custom data in a WPF text. Is it a text range? What am I working on here? It's a text range. And add the word flow document here. E-girls are just girls that are online. A VTuber, says Pudding. I will be super disappointed if Roy doesn't actually look like that. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he actually looks just like that guy. But the term has degenerated into several other meanings. Okay, mainly related to catfishing. Okay, VTuber, says Thindle, yes. Well, I could put an element, a custom element on either side of it. I could do that. YouTuber, those 3D animated avatars that people use instead of face cam on streams that use face tracking. That's what I'm talking about. So something like that, but custom with this. There's some software from Adobe called Character Animator, and it's essentially built to do just this. There's probably other solutions as well, but the cool thing about Character Animator is you can take your own animation. So I can take that thing, and I just need to bring in mouth positions, different eyebrow positions, and eyes, looking around, and then maybe some other animations, for things that we'll do, like steam coming out of his head or whatever, something like that. I want to store custom data in a WPF text range. No. 2,000 things you should know about WPF. Forwarding flow document into Word. Wait, did I miss something that Surly Dev said earlier? I've met Rory. He looks just like that. Okay. Lucky you have to be enlightened by his presence. I don't think we're going to find anything on the internet on this. I think we're going to have to kind of hack it ourselves. That's what I think. Can I get any data on it? Does the text range have, for example, an ID? Wouldn't it be awesome if it had a GUID? Or anything like that? Yeah, having a GUID or something like that to identify it would be really sweet. Changed. Occurs when the range is repositioned to cover a new span of content. Let's look at this. Let's hook it. And let's kill this. Put a breakpoint there. And hot reload. And let's do it again. More new text. And now this time I'm going to grab that and hit test. That should hook the event. Now, deleting here should do nothing, but the trigger the event, if I hit enter here, no, it didn't trigger the event. We hooked the changed. Do I have to come inside of it? What happens here? Nothing. Nothing, no event. How can I pay for a full Adobe CC subscription and only know about like five programs? It's not like I'm getting it through work. I'm literally work. I'm paying for it. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I've got the full Adobe CC subscription, and I use After Effects, Adobe Premiere, and Audition almost exclusively. Nothing else. But they have Character Animator inside of that, and I have played with it. So, yeah, the problem is Adobe gets you is at least the last time I checked, they have two options. One of the options is everything for something like $50 or $60 a month. And the other option is one. You pick one app. And the thing is, even if you're doing like for the stuff I do on the videos, I need both Premiere and I need After Effects. They just both work effectively well together in student products. I didn't even know it existed. You didn't even know what existed. Oculus says, I have everything. I'm a glutton that way. Yeah, everyone needs Photoshop, I think. Says Thindle. Yeah, I still need to learn how to use it. I've been using another product for years, Paint Shop Pro, and I'm about ready to just give it up. I am, because it's just slow. It's in most ways slower, but I'm familiar with it, so I can work pretty quickly in it. Oh, Character Studio, you didn't know. Yeah, that it existed. Yeah, Character Studio, if you want to do that, it's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Actually, you helped Karen make a video with Character Studio where we animated characters for a video she was doing. And it was not hard to do. Okay, so this event is oddly enough not coming back. We're not firing this event. You can double check that. Let's try it one more time. But I don't think it's firing. double click here, test, and I got the breakpoint there in the background. I'm making changes to it, and yeah, it's just not firing. So that changed event isn't helping us really at all, it seems. Okay, what else do I have? Do I have a tag property on this thing? I have no tag. So I really only have, it really seems to be pretty simple, it seems. I have, hold on. Text end. I've got apply property value. This might be my key. Look at this. It just needs any dependency property, I think. Let's see what happens if we, oh wait. Yeah, no, it changed. I was thinking maybe there was a second one there. End is empty, start, and text. Yeah, not much in here. So let's try this, apply property value. Let's try creating our own dependency property. But we're going to put it in this class and just see what happens. I'm going to make this we're going to call this our ID property, I guess. And it's going to be a type of a string. And the default value of this is going to be, I'll leave it at me, it'd be an empty string, I suppose. And yeah, so let's see what happens if we come in here and we hook it up with main Windows ID property, and we say GUID.new, GUID, like that. I think that'll work. Then I guess our question is, can we get the property value back though? Can we? Haha! Look at that. Look at that. I think we got a shot of this working right here. Let's declare that. And then we'll say if property value is a string, the GUID, and we're going to come down, whoops, and we're going to come down here and we're going to say, I suppose we should store what this is. And this has got to be a string. We got to call toString on this. So let's take this original GUID. I'm excited. This has a chance of working here. That's going to be toString on that. We're going to try to store original GUID with that text range. And then later, we're going to grab that same text range and we're going to try to get that value and compare it to the original. And so we'll say, hey, if GUID is equal to original GUID, then that's freaking great news. So let's set a breakpoint here and let's run that. Okay, hello world. Double click it, test, and ID property is not valid for text formatting. I was considering that a possibility that we were going to get blocked, that it wasn't going to be as flexible. Okay. What does add property value take? Is there any way to store custom data in that range? Apply property value, text range. What do we got for documentation on this? Yes, we got that exception. it doesn't document or tell us where, what all the valid properties are. How do we know if it's valid property or not? I wonder if we can drill into it. No. Okay. Yeah, the challenge I have is if I can't store it inside automatically, well, we could do this. Let's do this. Let's see if we can add a button at the beginning. Let's add some object at the beginning and some object at the end. We can do that, and that'll maintain the range for us there. I think that'll do that. How do I get an element at a position? Maybe not. Maybe does flow document give me the ability to insert at a particular position? I think I first have to find the right block. There's no insert is here, right? Blocks. Insert after. Yeah, so I have to find the block. Is there a get? So these are the blocks. Block dot, do I have a contains? The content start. Get position at offset. So I'm playing with this idea. Let's do this. Let's maybe do this. Let's create a for each loop here. And so I just want to examine the blocks, each block, and go through what we have there. That's what I think I want to do. And then once we get into a block, we want to go through all their inlines, right? Isn't that right? We had inlines in the block. What's the content here in the block? Is it, maybe it's this, hold on. We have to go up to the paragraph class. If block is paragraph, then we're going to iterate through all of the inlines in the paragraph. There they are, okay. All right, so now we've at least got some code to help us explore a little bit. All right, so here's what we've got. Let's hit test. All right, so we've got a block, and then we've got inside that paragraph. Inside there, whoa, no inlines? No inlines. This could be because it's the first paragraph. Okay. Now what do we got? 3. Okay. So inline number 1 is here. What do we got inside of you? Whole bunch of properties. Font weight. What's your type? It's a run. content start is a text pointer. So if we have a text pointer, paragraph dot, do I have an insert? No, I have an inlines. Do I have something here? Insert before? Insert before run. Okay, let's try this. If run.text equals test, which I think that's what it is, we're going to say, we're going to insert before, we're going to pass in run, and over here, new inline, how do I make a button an inline? Can I add a button as an inline to a flow document paragraph? Button inline. Inline UI to container. Sweet. And is that going to take my UI element? Perfect. New button, like that. And we're going to say content on the button. Give it to me. Content is equal to yo, like that. Okay, so it's got the word test. We're going to add the word, or maybe not test. Let's do this. Hello, because it's hello world right there. If text is equal to, I think that, we've got it right up here, yeah. And then if it's equal to just a dot, then we're going to put a button afterwards. And so the button before will make the content be like this. The button afterwards, we're going to make the content like that. We're going to hook this up like that. So I'm just working on getting a button inside either one of these. And I think I want to, can I hook up the event here? No, it looks like I only set properties. Okay. All right, let's bring this out like this. Button, and then we're going to say button.click dot, and we're going to set a breakpoint there. So that's the closing button. What do we do? Collection was modified. Fine. We're going to restart it. Oh, I'm going to get that error no matter what when I try to do the inlines here. Yeah. Hold on. Let's fix that. Let's reverse the for loop. So we're going to go backwards on this. What is the problem here? Inlines is not, no, cannot apply indexing to this with an expression of type inline collection. Oh, okay, we can't iterate backwards. All right, fine. Do this. Do toList on that. That might solve it. Let's see if that works. Michael Malice, I may have missed this earlier. I'm not sure if this just came up. It says the suite is good, Photoshop is fine, but I have the suite for everything else. InDesign, Illustrator, Premiere, etc. I've not actually got my head wrapped around InDesign where I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like kind of okay, but it seems like the learning curve is steeper than I want it to be. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're doing this, and we don't get the error that we've modified the collection yet. It looks like it keeps going. There's 2 lists. Looks like it saved us. And now here we add the second one. We hook up the button click event. Is my breakpoint there? It is. Oh no, what happened? Flex was modified in blocks. My bad. So I needed 2 lists here, right there, and that'll probably fix it. Through that breakpoint there. Let's try it one more time. Select world, test, ID property. I still have that one. We'll take that out. Oh yeah, all of this has got to go. Because that's not working, and run. Okay, why is it here? At hello, oh, I think it's my code. And I don't have the other button. Let's go figure out what's going on like this. I inserted before the run. I want this one to be insert after the run. After the run. Tindall says, guys, I got to be a bore and pop off. Take care, everyone. Thanks, Tindall. Learning curve steeper than it needs to be. Well, yeah, for you, yes. We don't have the Fisher-Price version for you yet. Well, come on. When is it coming out? I need the Fisher-Price version. Nighty-night. See you, Tindall. Okay. So what I'm not getting is the run is hello. Is that right? Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it is. This is inserting in the right spot. We're okay with that. Let's do the same thing here. I want to do this. Oops. Oh, we're missing okay. And oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to get just the button, that guy right there. That's what I wanted to get. Okay. There we go. Now I can hook this one right here. And then we can set a breakpoint there on that guy. All right, try one more time. So this is going to set a button before the word hello and after the dot. So it's going to select the whole thing. That's what we're looking for. Try a hot reload. Is it going to work with a hot reload? Oh, you know what? I want to start it over because I already got that item out, the button out there. Okay. We'll do this. Test. We didn't get the one after. Can I click it? I can't click it. Why can't I click the button? Well, in fairness, I don't need to click the button. I just need the button to live there. With my own custom element, I can put in an element that has like no width. What happens if we... Why didn't we get the last one? Oh, here's my problem, kids. All right, let's run it again. This will get the second button in. All right, so it highlights that. There we go. Puts the additional elements in. They're not clickable, but for my purposes, I don't need them clickable. I just need to basically put items in there and have them stay with the text, and they're going to hold that data. So I guess my idea is I have a GUID here and a GUID in the end. And so now I know if they're both there. If this gets deleted, then somehow I'll detect that, find the other one, and get rid of it as well. That's kind of the idea that I'm thinking. Okay. What about my needs? It's always about what you need, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know, Ocular Malice. You want to share your needs? Tell us what you need, my friend.
Excellent!
Because that would be excellent. That would be excellent. That would be awesome.
Awesome!
We're waiting. We're waiting, Ocular Malice. All right. All right, this is a good start. It's kind of giving me some insight into kind of how we can do what I want to do, which is the context on this whole piece is I want to use this for interactive training. I want to create something inside Visual Studio that allows me to add code and then highlight portions of that code and then integrate the our callout that we created so it can point to it. Because we created this super cool callout. Let's go look at the callout. If I can open that up quickly, we'll see. Got an ultimate callout in here. There it is right there. See if this works. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay. So there's our callout right there. What? It's off? How is it off? It doesn't, it's like it's not getting the target in the right spot. Let's investigate. Let me show my desktop for a second. Wow, this one didn't go down. Okay. Display settings. Could it be connected? This is the display we're broadcasting on right here, number 2. Could it be connected to this, I wonder? Let's switch it back to 100 for a sec and see if this makes any difference at all. Nope, it's off. Huh. What is going on? That's so bizarre.
That's a bug!
You know, this is why I've got you guys here with me. Help me out with this kind of identifying these kinds of things. Jetsam tried to bring up a brand new car. I didn't see it. Looks like
It's a
this.
brand new car!
Yeah, Stream. I think I'm going back to Windows 10. Stream Deck is slow and unresponsive, and I think it's the problem in Windows 10. What's going on with this? This is weird. The reason it's weird is because this is actually sending this control, passing it to it, and it's saying, "Where are you?" That should be what's happening there. We can go look at that code for a moment or two, although I don't want to get too distracted by this. Here's the test harness right in here. So somewhere in this space, we're calling show callout. Here we are. Right here. Yeah, we're passing in the rect target, I think. Is that right? What are you? Yeah, you're the rectangle that I've got on the form. We're just calling Windows client position rect whatever to get its position. Yeah, it's totally weirdly, oddly off by a lot. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the magnification, which I was thinking maybe it had something to do with it. I want to be an exotic dancer. It's true. It's true. I don't know if you guys have seen my moves or not. But they look like this. Come on, man. All right, what's going on here? Let's try it again. Let's make a. I think we just make a change here. We should get to a breakpoint. No. Great call out. Do I have to go bring up a second one? That didn't give me a breakpoint. What's going on? Well, we're doing move and we're passing in new text to it. Okay, so I guess let's restart. I want to get to this one breakpoint here. Yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Fred's happy to be here. That's right, kids. Where's the rect target? There it is right there, system rectangle. Yeah, so I don't really get it. Let me see what's going on. Does it work on another monitor? No, it's weirdly off on another monitor. It's like, yeah, it depends on what monitor it's on. It points to different places, it looks like. Yeah, on monitor 2, it's way off and up to the right. Or that was monitor 3, sorry. On the other, on my big monitor down below, it's like over here. Here, I think I can show you where it shows up. When I move it, there you can see. So on this monitor, it's there. Let me go left, and let's move it and see where it goes to. Yeah, on the left monitor, it goes to here. Yeah, even as its position seems to change where it thinks the item is. I think it is a Windows 11 thing. I think that's what it is. I think that's my hunch, is that it's determining its distance. Who's that? Flame Creations! Woo! Flame Creations, welcome! They always ask what the fox says, but no one asks what the wolf says. What does the fox say? Yeah, this is really weird. See how it kind of starts to point up and then the pointer kind of changes as I move it? All right, this I'm going to have to do some more looking into, but it does at this point feels like it's a window. Yeah. I move it over to the other, I wish you guys could see this. When I move it over to the other one, let me take a screenshot so you can see it. Bring up paint. There it is. Bring it up to you so you can see it. So I'm bringing it on my left monitor, it starts pointing to the left. And when I bring it over to the middle monitor, which is right up top, it looks like this. And when I bring it way over here, well, it's pointing way far away is what it's doing. Yeah, it's crazy is where it is. It's so far, it's not even over the, it's just like way out off to the side, like way out over here, pointing like that. Yeah, so I'm going to, I'll need to take a look at that code and figure out what's going on with that. So yeah, it does feel like Windows 11 thing. But anyway, this is where what I'm trying to get to this point where we can basically create code tutorials inside of Visual Studio. And I want to create a tool window that allows you to basically say, here's what I want the code to look like first. And then I want to take them through these points and I want to highlight these important points of the code. And when you highlight those important points of the code, you'll see them in a, those highlights will show up in the form of one of this callout control right here. And so you might see something like that right there in Visual Studio, explaining what's going on. So that's kind of where I'm headed with this. This is like just a kind of a research project, I think, that I'm doing. Interactive training, yeah. Like Christian says, I think I understand. Yeah, so this is where I'm headed. And so to do that, what I need to do is I need to get the ability to show essentially highlighted text and store data inside of it. So I can put additional data inside the flow document. And so my idea is to have these inline UI controls that are invisible and have them appear on either side of the text. And so here we might have something where we highlight this, and the additional data would be the information that would show up inside of this. And so we'd click here to highlight it. It would identify where you were, you know, what was outside of it, and then it would use that to grab the data and show you, here's what's going to look like, or maybe even create this control and have it show up here. But I just want the preview to kind of be more WYSIWYG is what I'm trying to get. And I might highlight something like I've highlighted the world here, and I might give it attributes off to the side. Like I'll say, well, in this case, I'm going to, oh my gosh, it just occurred to me, I could encode data with subtle changes in highlighting. I could use the highlight color, right? So from the human eye, the perspective of the human eye, it would all look the same. But instead of using yellow, we would use something that was close but off a bit. And so and we would just generate different colors for all the ones we need, because we don't need, a lot of colors. We don't need a lot of different things we're going to be highlighting. So we just change the color a bit. It's indetectable by the human eye, but we can go check it, and now we know what color is associated with it. And now we can go use that as an index into a dictionary of additional data that we're going to provide as attributes. I think that's the way I'm going to go after this instead of the inlines. I don't like the inlines because it's, you can delete the inlines accidentally like that, and with kind of no warning. So we'd have to add code to prevent against the deletion of the inlines. And yeah, I'm just not happy with the inlines. I want to do this instead. Okay, I'm going to call that a stream for today. Kids, thanks so much for helping us out. I appreciate everybody. Ocular Malice, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Bearing with some of the technical difficulties. I appreciate it. Coding Gorilla, thanks so much for helping us out as well. And everybody, we'll see you tomorrow. And we're on our own for a couple days. For about a week or so. We're going to be on our own. Let's send you over to Chef Brent. Chef Brent has got a giant right behind him. All right, we'll send you over there. And everybody take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll pick this up tomorrow and try to take it to the next step.